Hey everybody, and welcome back to Hidden Secrets SMP. And it looks like we have a visitor in town today. Not anymore. You're safe for another day, Mr. Villager. So, welcome back. Today, what I would like to do is kind of get a bunch of smaller random things done again. Seems like that's all I do these days. But actually, the main project we're going to do is tear this down and start and prepare to build our actual house at long last. I guess I'll put that in there. So I'm not sure if it was its own episode or if I included it as a clip in this one. But obviously now Lone Hawk has joined us and he built this really nice chicken farm here. Just want to add some extra chicks if I can with these eggs that I have. I'm going to try and keep this kind of regular. Oops. Well, don't know what he's going to do now. Maybe he'll try and find his way in. So yeah, that's the first thing I want to do. I've already done a few little odds and ends, kind of tidying things up and whatnot. Really? Well, how about that? He did find his way back up. Here we go. So how are we doing here? Not bad. Not bad. Must be, yeah, there's a glass block there that's blocking them. I think that's pretty cool. I'm not going to dig into how it all works. I'm sure you've already seen that. And I don't know if I would end up messing anything up by doing that, so I'm not going to. What is this? I'll remove this ugly wall when I make the chicken blaster creeper proof. Okay, so I assume it's probably going to build it all out of obsidian so that it doesn't explode unnecessarily. Which is fine. That's pretty cool. And speaking of which, Lone Hawk has actually been kind of busy and I needed to go over here anyway so we could check it out. This is not needed anymore, so I think what I'm going to do is... Oh wow, look at the amount of eggs. I'm going to get rid of all these chickens. Now that we have a chicken farm, it's kind of an automatic one. There's really no reason to have this anymore, so... Let's see what we can do about this here. Get rid of that. I guess I'll drop those eggs in as well soon. And we head on over back that way. So as you can see, Lone Hawk has been really busy since he joined, which is now 2 days ago. He's got a really nice start. I like how this is going so far. I really like the nether brick choice. Kind of a sinister area, but not too sinister. Kind of a cool sinister. And I think it's a great idea that he chose to build across the river. I think in the end it might end up being like one of those structures that sort of looms above everything. Because it's kind of on the edge of town, and I think that looks pretty cool. I really, really like it. So, good news there then. This still needs finishing off. There's a lot of stuff that needs kind of completing around here, and we're going to try and do our bit. So much so today, if we can, by tearing our ugly house down and building something a little bit better. And also I want to try and finish the branch mine too. So feathers, eggs, these raw chickens I'm probably going to cook up just in a furnace. And as for getting up here, I guess this is the best spot we have. Oops. There we go, get these couple extras in. How many eggs do we... Oh wow, yeah, we still have plenty of eggs. There we go. Get rid of these last couple. And we're done. So, we'll leave that to do its thing for a while now. And in the meantime, I'm gonna... Oh, there's already chickens in there, how about that? I'm gonna get these cooking up here. And what I'll do is I'll dump all of those chickens into the chest over here. I'll save on space a little bit. So, what else do I need to do? I need to finish the branch mine, so let's take a look at that and see what we can do about that. And my mouse wheel seems a little bit Yeah, like it's got some problems. Let me pause here a sec. Okay, I seem to have fixed it now, I think. As I say that, it's being a little weird again, but I think it'll be okay. So, yeah, what we're going to do here is we're going to try and add some dormitory type stuff back here. I'm probably going to have like a corridor down the middle, one on the left and one on the right. And it's going to be kind of similar to everything we've already built here, but with a little bit of added decoration. So why don't we see what we got supply-wise for that. Probably going to need these. Probably going to need a couple of those. Let me see, what else have we got? Whoop. Not sure what happened there. They're going to be handy, as are those. These. Anything in here I would really want? Glowstone. Iron bars, maybe. I thought, yeah, I do have some spruce wood. That'll be handy. A chest. And I don't really need these fence gates. That's everything I'm going to need out of this box. And I also want to get some leather and paper for bookshelves. Let's pick up some leather. Pick up some sugar canes. I don't think we have any wool to make paintings with. We did have a painting. I'm not sure what happened to that. Oh, I put it up in my house, didn't I? Do I have any more wool in here? Nope. Not actually been collecting wool, honestly. I haven't even seen any sheep around, so I'm gonna just take this, seeing as it's coming down anyway. Do I want the slabs or the stairs? I don't think so. I don't think I need any of this stuff. Alright, so let's see what we can do then. And see if we can make something that looks kind of cool. Oh, before I do that, I need to grow a dark oak tree. Duh, that's why I brought the saplings. Probably right here would be a good spot to grow it. Oh, that was quite a big one. We can cut this down. So yeah, I mean, progress has definitely been steady around here. I know that Xbony's got on a bit and done some work around his place. Obviously, Lonehawk's been on, as you've seen. Moonsquig is still obviously inactive for the foreseeable future because of his real-life commitments. I'm not sure what's going on. I think the Whiskers is actually going to be getting on later today to do some stuff, single-player style. So hopefully you'll see some stuff from him too. There we go. Take this down. This should probably be enough dark oak. I just really like the logs. I mean, spruce logs are cool too, but it's kind of a nice variant to have, I think. It's just a little bit better shade. I don't like the planks though for dark oak to build with. I'm not super keen on them, honestly. They probably have their uses, but I'm not super keen myself. So, the first question is, do we want the, do we want to kind of continue this corridor kind of open, or do we want to make it closed? I'm thinking at the moment I'd like to make it closed. We can do something like that, stack up. And then this side, let's do a little bit of a carve out job here. Carve this out. Bring that down. Yeah, that's pretty cool. And I could connect them up here. Fill that in. And I want to make stone brickies out of these. Kind of build a faceplate to it first. And we do have a few of these. maybe one more. Like that, we've kind of got a nice faceplate to it now. Oops. And on the inside, let's carve this out a little bit here. I'm gonna put in a spruce wood floor. Kind of like that long, narrow look. If I break that, are we good? We are good, okay. So I can break that if I want to, for a wall material. Where's my shovel at? There we go. Put that down. Maybe we'll bring it out one more here. I'm not sure why it keeps going to my bow. It's a bit weird. I'm sorry about that. My scroll wheel is kind of stuck, as I say, and it's not scrolling as much as I would like it to. So then what we can do is do this. And obviously I'm going to add some texture to these. I just want to get the, again, the faceplate part of it done. I'm going to need to do the same thing on that wall as well. You can get some decoration up now. Maybe that's not the best wall for the painting. I kind of want to put the painting wherever the bed's going to go. And I might put the bed at this end and kind of have the bookshelves and stuff at that end. Where's our nearest crafting bench? Around here? Let's actually run and grab a bed. And I'm going to need 2 beds. Also going to pick these up. Lots of saplings, that's always a good sign. Get a bed. Ow. Run on in here. So probably put the bed there. I guess that'll do. And then I can kind of have maybe a chest there. As far as lighting is concerned, I'm not totally sure how I want to do that yet. Whether I want to do sort of like a hang-in light thing and make the room higher. I kind of do. Make some spruce fences and maybe have a light in the ceiling. It sort of hangs down with some trapdoors on it. That might be kind of cool. I did, as I say, want to make some bookshelves. And while I am over here, do these have coal in? They do. So I'm going to make some more stone bricks. And make these of the paper. Make books. And make bookshelves. There we go. Gonna put them up in that corner like that. Might be cool to have a desk, possibly, out of half slabs. Don't know if I'd want to build it out of a different wood type though. It might be kind of better to build that out of oak. And then I could have a little seat right here. Face the wall with. I could put an item frame up with a clock in it. Could do that, definitely. Because I have the gold and such to do that. So I think we'll probably do that. Item frame. Getting plenty of stone from these. There we go. So yeah, I could add like stone bricks to all of these. just like that. Obviously we're not sure totally how we're going to do the roof of the room yet. Get an item frame down there, put a clock in it a little bit later. And as far as the roof goes, I think, like we were saying earlier, it would probably be best. Kind of want to bring like a post across. Like that. I'm not... super keen on that there. I think a post either end though would be good. Yeah, I like that. And then obviously what I can do then is I can kind of build up like that above the posts. And I can run and get some more stone bricks now that they're done. 37. That's not how you make stone bricks. That is. And while I'm here, I'll also make some fences. I always get that mixed up. There we go. And we'll get some of those. Switch that out. Break those. That's a little bit low for my tastes. That is a little bit low. I mean, I like the room height where it's at, but it's still a little bit on the low side. So, don't think we're going to be able to do that. Oh, of course they don't connect, do they? So we can't really... If it was a lamp, I could do that. Almost tempted to give it a try. See what we can do with this. Yeah, see, I could then put a switch above that, and I could have a light in here. And I do have one. So if I do that, whoops, does that light up the whole room sufficiently? We have a 7 in a corner there. It wouldn't be enough on its own. It would not be enough. But probably what I could do is make like a coloured carpet there possibly, or something to kind of finish it off. Could even have like a... I don't want to put a fireplace in here because obviously it's wood and it'll burn, but... Maybe like that, kind of hidden. You don't really see it too much in there. I do like that. All I need now then is a clock there. I kind of want to finish this area up. I want to decorate the walls some. I'll leave this chest here. But I think all in all that's pretty good. We've got a nice little setup here going for this room. Probably what I'll do is I'll finish it off a little bit off camera and then we'll work on the other one. Okay, so I decided in the end to do this other dormitory off camera just because I looked at the amount of time we had on the video and I do want to do some on my house as well, and it was kind of just a repeat of what we've just done. So this is the finished product here. This one, I added the clock, continued to rough it up a bit. I might want to rough up the ceiling of this one some more because it still is kind of bare at the moment, just stone bricks. I just noticed that. So I'm gonna do that really quick here. I'm still having problems with my mouse wheel. It's beginning to bother me now. I'm gonna try and get it fixed for next time. It's weird, it was fine earlier today, it's just when it started recording, now it just randomly seems to scroll without me doing anything and sort of flicks between items and it doesn't stay on one item and so on, so blah. It happens though, so yeah, that looks better. So we have our chest. I've got to empty the supplies out of this obviously, but that's okay. Got a nice little desk which I changed to oak, and I like this room. This other one was kind of a little bit smaller because it was right next to the zombie grinder ladder, which is right here. So I just ended up putting a bed in here, a similar sort of lighting situation. Got one behind the bed there, some shelves, a couple of crafting tables, and some more bookshelves in here. Again, you know, nothing super fancy, but pretty cool, I have to say. And I like it. So I think all around that's a pretty good addition. Got all of this taken care of here as well. Added some detailing in. And I really like this. It's a nice little early build, nice little branch mine area that people can use and also kind of enjoy being in. It's a little bit more than just a mine. As I say, I've still got to empty out some stuff from that chest and so on that's in here. I need to get all of this stuff out of here yet. But I think we're beginning to make some progress now in that regard. I'm just going to drop off the diorite, the extra cobble. I could also drop off andesite. I'd like to try and get rid of everything in this chest in one go. Makes me wonder, should I put a chest in here? There's not really room for one. I guess I could put a chest on that shelf up there. That might be kind of cool. I know you can't open it, which kind of, it doesn't seem right, so I'm not going to put it there. Maybe if I put a double chest down. I could spend probably lots more time adding tiny little details, like adding another item frame with another clock in it, or, you know, possibly above here. But honestly, I could spend hours doing that, and it's something that, you know, not a lot of people are really going to see. So I don't think that it's super important to do things like that. Maybe when I get access to some more wool and things like that, I will come back through here and kind of add a few more minor details. But for now, I think it's pretty good as it is. So with that in mind, do I need to drop anything off here? Doesn't look like it. I don't have any of the stone types, don't have any dirt, don't have any gravel, I don't have any smooth stone, nor any tools, nor any ores. So that's that done. It's empty. So, and by the way, the only thing I need to do now is add these upside down spruce stairs all the way down here. I'll probably do that off camera at some point when I have more spruce wood, because I'm basically running pretty low on the stuff now. I only have those planks left, so I'll have to come back through and do that. Maybe I'll do that at a later date when I do the little added detailing to the rooms, but generally everything is pretty much done with that now. So that means it's time to tear down my house. Well, what? It's not really a house, is it? Kind of what I'm living in. Bone meal could probably be better placed over by the farm. Paper, I guess, can go in here. So I need to get rid of all the stuff in my inventory though first, because everything's kind of a mess at the moment. Don't need those. Don't need that glowstone. Probably just gonna, I'm gonna be moving everything anyway, so it doesn't really make sense to try and organize it all now. Makes more sense just to do that. So what do we need to do here? I need to actually shear as well. I need to shear those vines down and plant them somewhere else. Shears. There we go. totally sure we were actually going to be able to put them now. Maybe we'll put them on the side of Jarg's house. There's a little vine farm. It's really the only place I think that we have currently at this point in time that could really be a good place for them, so we'll eventually probably build a proper spot in a future episode, but for now I just want to get this done and kind of pick out a spot. I don't think we'll be doing too much building today, or really any building, because we don't have enough time, but if we can get this torn down and moved, I think that that's a good start. Maybe for next episode what we'll do is I'll show you around the little details I did to the branch mine, and then we'll actually get started on building my house. There's only so much you can do. Honestly, I was amazed at the amount of work that just that little branch mine project took to do. That's took 3 episodes and probably almost 3 hours total time spent from start to finish actually just doing that. So, and that's not including any of the branch mining I did, just the decorating and the gathering resources, because we are still in that early game phase where I don't have a ton of supplies just available. I have to run around and craft things still. So that's definitely a big time sink. Which is why I would like to get more established with some stuff. Getting a house up and properly running is definitely one that needs to be done. It's going to be sad to see this go, but it's going to be in favour of better things. Probably in its place will be an area for the nether portal. Probably. You know, we'll probably build a nice little nether shrine or whatever in this area. That might be kind of fun. But that will probably be after my house. The house is definitely the next thing to be done, because otherwise it will never get done, and because I can very, very easily just keep putting that off. I just keep doing community builds and things like that, but there is a point where I need to say, okay, I need to get this done now, because it's starting to contribute more to me not being able to get things done effectively and in a timely manner. So I'm gonna go and tear this down here. There we go. And I'm gonna need another axe. Finish the job. I have my Silk Touch pick for this. Get rid of that. Tearing all of this down as well. Don't record demolition too much in my episodes. Generally I like to kind of improve upon things as opposed to demolish things entirely. But I think this is one of those where I can't really improve upon this because it is what it is. It's not took that long to tear down anyways, so get rid of this door as well. These torches. Gonna have to go through to the nether side too and make sure that I pick up anything that's been left on the ground. It's gone through the portal. There we go. Pick those up. I think I have some dirt in the chest down in the branch mine to fill all this in. Right, we'll tear that bed down now. Crafting table can come down. These furnaces. So I'm going to go and run and grab that dirt. There we go. Wonder how the chicken farm is getting on. Not bad. Not bad at all. Just in the time that we've been on, it's been producing a pretty decent amount of chicken. You did a good job, Lone Hawk. With that, it's gonna be super handy. So, finish. Oh, I still don't have enough. You have to run and get some more. This is how it goes. I kind of have a spot picked out for where I actually want to build my house. It's just actually going to be building it, I guess. So we'll fill that in. We don't have any obsidian right now to finish that, to finish the corners of the portal. I'll go and grab some. I know where there is some obsidian that we can go and get. I'll do that off camera. So now all I've got is my chests with all my stuff in, and that's it. The cabin and whatnot is gone. Just have the nether portal here now. So I was thinking, because I know that the Whiskers is going to be working on building a new animal stable area, and he's going to move it behind where the town hall is. So we're going to kind of have a spot right here, possibly, near the pond. You know, we're not too close to Exbony, we're not too close to Whiskers. And I think this could be a really nice spot right around here. Kind of flat, because I want to build a modern style home. So having a nice flat area that didn't require too much terrain changing might be kind of cool. So I think I'm going to put my stuff down this area, kind of mark it off. I'm not going to measure out an accurate 50 by 50 because it certainly won't be that size. But there is, even if I was going to build 50 by 50, there's still plenty of room. Like, I could come all the way up to basically this pond to that one and still be quite alright. So I'm probably going to want to put a road through the front of the town hall where the animals are now and connect around to where Moonsquig's forge pit is. So if we think that'll probably spiral around the back, it'll come back around towards the cookie shop and then up to Lone Hawk's house. Then it'll also swerve this way to the town hall where the animal stables are, and then back around and in front of my place, and then around here, and then go back towards where the chicken farm is and the nether portal and so on. So with that in mind, I'm going to allocate this amount of room, the animal pen distance worth of room for the path. And if I was to kind of go into a big square from that, I'm probably going to want to start almost diagonal from the town hall so that we can swerve the path. And probably my corner will be around right here. This will be my corner. If I was going to mark a 50 by 50 area off, I would have what? 1, 2, 3, 4. Pick that up. So that'd be 4 and 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35. Yeah, we've basically got 35. This is probably as far as I would want to go before I kind of encroach into West's territory. So, you know, that's 35, and then I could go basically across and then back. So we probably have around 35 by 35 total area, which is pretty good. I'm okay with that, because my house is not 50 by 50 anyway. So, and I'll have plenty of room for a nice little garden area on top of that. So this is going to be my corner. Let's clear grass a little bit here. Gonna get my stuff down. I might build like a little mat or something to out of carpets at some point for now. Put that bed down. I don't have any of my chests with me yet, but I can get chests and whatnot set up off camera and move all of that. But I think this is going to be our new spot, right over here. So moving forward, what I need to do is go and do a final pass over the branch mine, adding little details in. I need to finish off the spruce stairs. I need to maybe add a painting or two, some item frames, that level of detail. I need to move these chests, get all of these moved out of the way. Get everything probably organized a little bit better than it is now. We will have to build a nether portal area, probably together at some point. I kind of want to see what Whisk's going to do with the cookie shop site first, before I kind of decide how big I want to make this, and if I want to move it at all, and that type of thing. But I think we're okay with where we're at now. So I'm going to start the process of moving all this stuff and getting everything organized. I'm going to start by moving the wood, because that would make sense, so I can build more chests. I don't have any in here, do I? Nope. But I have more wood, so we're all good on that front. I was going to do some resource collecting as well for my house. I don't think we're going to have time to do that today, unfortunately, because of everything else we've done. But next episode we'll probably break ground and start laying out my house properly, and we'll probably go from there. So I hope you've enjoyed today's episode, guys, and I hope to see you in the next one. And until then, see you later and have a good day.